One of the greatest honors of my life, my friends, has been my association over now 15 years with Linda Tucker, who is the great protector of the white lions, the sacred white lions of South Africa in Timbavati. I first went to Timbavati when I had finished the whole My Guide to Sacred Activism, the book that launched the global movement of sacred activism and injected that vision into the mainstream. And a great friend of mine, who is a philanthropist and had helped Linda buy 2,000 acres to protect the lions, rang me and said, "You have got to go now, at this moment in your life, to the white lions to be fortified for what's inevitably going to happen ahead, because there'll be some people who love this vision and there'll be other people who say you're crazy. And the vision itself is a very potent one, but it will take all your strength to get it through." I had just about heard of the White Lions, and I picked up Linda Tucker's extraordinary book, The Mystery of the White Lions. But I wasn't really convinced. I was entranced, I was enchanted, I was fascinated by the material that she was exploring in the book. But nevertheless, I took a leap and found myself in Camp Unicorn in Timbavati with Linda, and very strong magic started to happen. On the second day, I was reading with a completely different mind and a much more profound openness the book, The Mystery of the White Lions, at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was realizing that part of my resistance to her wonderful message, which I now know is real and true and amazing and tremendously inspiring, part of my resistance was that I had had a mystical education in the classical mysticisms, but I had never, ever really dared to imagine that animals could carry the highest divine consciousness. I'd loved animals. Since a child, I'd been completely open to the animal world, I thought, but there was a secret human superiority. And I realized, oh my God, if I'm going to open to this vision, I'm going to have to change everything I've ever understood about anything. I'm going to have to really humble up and accept that we are surrounded by the most amazing creatures, and accept too that perhaps the most amazing of all these beings, carrying a special intensity of charism and a special message for the whole of humanity, are these extraordinary white lions that live now protected in Timbavati. So I closed the book and I said to myself, Linda has said that these lions are really emanated from Sirius, from the stars, and that they're star beings, and that they're incarnate starlight, and that they carry this extraordinary sacred force. I don't know whether this is true, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to look up at Sirius, and I'm going to do what I've done sometimes in my life, as I'm sure many of you have done. I'm going to really ask the universe for a sign. I'm going to ask it from the depths of my need to really know if what is being revealed here is true. So I went out in the dark. I looked up at Sirius. I said, "Oh, Mother, please tell me. I really need to know, are these lions real?" And at that moment, I saw 4 lions at the edge of the property. They all roared just once together, and then they left into the dark. I was completely shattered and awestruck and realized, oh my God, now I understand why Linda has devoted her entire life to protecting these beings and risked her life. And that began my association with the White Lions, the Association of the Institute of Sacred Activism, and the many, many, many amazing trips I've been lucky enough to take there. Linda doesn't allow many people to come into that sacred enclosure, which for her is a vast cathedral of the new humanity, the birth that's trying to take place in this astoundingly damaged and deranged world. But over the years, we have developed the most amazing friendship and trust. And the people we have taken there have had life-changing experiences like the one I've described. And my own experiences of the White Lions have grown and grown and grown until I have become absolutely certain that protecting them, honoring them, learning from them, allowing them into the depths of your deep knowledge of the world, allowing them to expand your sense of the infinite, intense majesty of nature and the glory of what nature really is. The nature is the body of God, and the lions flash out with the undiluted radiance of original truth. But don't believe me. Don't just get excited by what I've been saying. Please come and see and feel for yourself. Linda and I will be teaching together. We'll be sharing our own experiences and transformations through the grace of the White Lions. We'll be speaking too on Linda's extraordinary book, which is Lion Leadership, where she gives 13 categories of the great-hearted, great-souled, indomitable, loving, joyful, but very clear-eyed leadership that we now need, all of us, to identify with and align with to help guide humanity out of its great evolutionary crisis. And this book is one of the books that I have learned the most from. It's one of the books that sings the same song as the Hope. It's one of the books that I put at the center of radical regeneration because Linda's work, I believe, is absolutely central for the birth of a new humanity. So if you come with us, and I hope you will, because the groups are small, they're intimate, they're quiet, that's in a very beautiful camp, which will be a real haven and a real place to integrate the splendor of what you'll experience. If you come with us, you'll not only meet one of the very great sacred activists on the planet, a true hero, Linda Tucker, you will meet day in, day out, the lions, and you will be gently and carefully guided as to how to come into direct communication with them, and very extraordinary, subtle experiences will start to reveal themselves to you, to show them that they know you're there. They're reaching out to you. They're potentially appearing in your dreams. They're offering you the strength, the vision, the courage that you're going to need, all of us are going to need, to continue to not only thrive, but blaze with truth in this age of lies so that we can become warrior midwives of a new humanity. It's a thrilling trip. It's a thrilling time. People's lives have changed inconceivably through this trip. I've seen people arrive depressed, abandoned, and leave heartened beyond measure. And I would love to be able to offer you that experience and this experience of an extraordinary woman, an extraordinary vision, a much expanded understanding of the divine presence in the entire universe. But most of all, I hope that I can offer you a way to get into radical, intimate connection for yourselves with these astounding sacred creatures. of the most outrageous holy beauty and splendor. The African tradition believes that the white lions are the Dalai Lamas, the supreme messengers of a love force that, if we connect with it at this moment, can transform the planet even in its darkest evolutionary nightmare. I believe that. And I've experienced the revolution of insight that understanding and living that understanding with nature that they can give with such truth and intensity changes everything, unifies you as a human being, but also unifies you in an absolutely wonderful and holy way with the whole of reality. Gives you a completely different sense of who you are and what is possible on this earth. So please come. Please be with us. Please allow us to pour our joy and what we know into you. And please allow yourselves to meet other extraordinary seekers who are willing to go into the mystery of who the white lions are and allow that mystery to transform your life. I look forward to seeing you there, being with you, to watching your joy, and to sharing this supreme, unique, very rare experience. And I hope you'll come with me and give me that deepest pleasure of sharing the white lions with you from my full and humble, grateful heart. Thank you so much.